Hello, Damagebdd BDD community. Today we'll be talking about the funding model of Damagebdd BDD. Unlike our previous episode where we showed you how to transfer your token from superhero wallet to your coin store wallet, and from there you change it to your fiat, today is going to be something totally very different. So stay with me. So welcome to Damagebdd BDD, the next evolution in funding work and unlocking verified economic value through behavior-driven development. So we all hear about Damagebdd BDD, and we all hear about behavior-driven development and also the funding part. So in this episode, I'm going to take my time to break it down a little, bit by bit, to make sure you understand what Damagebdd BDD do in the economic markets. Traditional funding systems, from freelance marketplaces to decentralized grants, all share one fundamental challenge. They pay for promises, not verified outcomes. So in contrast, Damagebdd BDD introduces a radically different paradigm, which is a behaviorally verified funding systems. Here, funds flow only when work is objectively proven to meet the requirements, and that is one good thing about Damagebdd BDD, because in the system of funding, unlike you submitting a job before it goes through systems or goes through a middleman to confirm that this job has been delivered, it goes through a different channel when you are working on a Damagebdd BDD product. So Damagebdd BDD uses lightning swap options coupled with executable BDD tests. When a funder commits a lightning payment, it creates an on-chain option that unlocks Damagebdd tokens, but only if those tests pass. Work is tracked in state channels and payment occurs automatically upon successful verification. Now, if you go through our previous episodes where we talked about, where we showed you how to transfer your Damagebdd token from your superhero wallet to your coin store wallet, you get to understand a little of how Damagebdd token works. And on the Damagebdd BDD platforms, you see different scenarios and different test samples. Then you get to understand how to run tests and how to get those BDD reward. So a traditional freelance platform acts as intermediaries, requiring trusts, manual reviews, and often charging high fees. So payment timelines are slow and quality control is subjective. Unlike Damagebdd BDD that removes intermediaries and embed deterministic verification directly into every funding process. That is one quality feature that differentiates Damagebdd BDD and traditional freelance platforms, which I'm going to list them and differentiate them to make you understand what Damagebdd BDD do in funding systems. Other platforms like Gitcoin, which handles quadratic funding. So quadratic funding amplifies donations but doesn't tie payments to verifiable outputs. So donors receive no guarantee returns, and contributors may never complete the work. So you don't know what the payment is based on. So but Damagebdd BDD only funds specific defined behavior that have verifiable results. What it means that there must be something there must be a behavior that has been verified before a particular fund has been released. Talk about DAO grants involving overhead, politics, and subjective milestone sign-off. Payments may be front-loaded and disconnected from deliverables. Damagebdd BDD removes governance entirely from its system. Funding flows when verifiable work is done. So if you take note of something, I keep mentioning, it must be verified, all those processes before the end of this episode and more episodes to come, you get to know how to verify features, to know how to verify data using Damagebdd BDD. Bounty and escrow models. Corporate bug bounty platforms or crypto escrow systems still rely on human adjust dedication, subjective sovereignty, classification, or juried decisions. They are often slow, and inconsistent, if you want to say if you want to use that word. So Damagebdd BDD replaces judgment with executable tests. So if you go through the Damagebdd BDD platform, run.damagebdd.com, you use this the terminal provided for you to run specific tests to get those verifiable outcome. So when Damagebdd BDD execute those tests, it turns definition of done into truth. Then when comparing everything across key indicators, automation, verification, payout speed, and funder incentives, you realize that Damagebdd BDD stands alone as the model that truly aligns payments with outcome. Unlike legacy systems, it delivers instant lightning payouts, manual trust requirements, full automation, behavior and funding intelligence, which is something other projects or other products I've made mention of cannot and have not been able to provide. So Damagebdd BDD is breaking into that space to make sure it puts those things in place and provide the adequate results that is necessary. So you might come up with the question, why does it really matters? So I would just say, in one word, where remote global work continues to grow, economic primitives must evolve. So Damagebdd BDD creates a trustless, verifiable, and incentive-aligned mechanism for funding work, unlocking a future where behavior determines value. It's very, very simple and it's very, very easy. Then there's a lot I would have loved to talk about Damagebdd BDD, but there are lots of episodes, lots of recordings, and so many things that I'll be saying, and also a lot of test examples to be done. So you see me trying to run some tests, trying to show you how it's done. So, but for the meantime, what I've been able to show you today, the little I've showed you today through this episode, is just a stepping stone for you to understand that Damagebdd BDD has closed a whole lot of gap in the funding system. So in a few years to come, which we have other products we are trying to bring into the space, like the ECAI chat systems, integrating NFTs and a whole lot of stuff which will be in place. In a year or two to come, we should be totally global. So if you want to have access, if you want to go through, if you want to run tests, if you want to test out your own product on Damagebdd BDD's platform, so head to run.damagebdd.com. So run.damagebedd.com. Run through the websites and run your tests. Then you could join our communities on Telegram, Twitter, LinkedIn, so to stay updated on the latest things we are building, and also to get to ask more questions. And the good thing is you get to interact with me personally, and you stand to get all your answers from me directly. So I'll meet you over there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.